Well, there it is, the Gulf of America. My first time ever laying eyes on it. Well, at least by that name. I'm here in Sarasota, Florida for a business meeting. If you came from a place where February means ice and snow most of the time, what would you do with a free afternoon in a place like this? I guess I could sit here on the beach and sip a drink. Or I could visit historic downtown Sarasota. I hear there are some museums and things worth seeing there. Just up the road, there's St. Armand's Circle, supposed to be world-class shopping. Not for me. I took the free trolley out here to the end of the line on Lido Key, about 5 miles from the hotel. Just gonna walk all the way back. And why not? 72 degrees, sunny. I may never be here again in this exact place in my life. And I want to see it on the ground and on foot. Want to explore this beautiful shoreline up close and personal. Want to walk through a neighborhood and appreciate vicariously the good fortune of the people who live here. Walking's become a major part of my life. If my phone can be trusted, I've averaged over 6,000 steps a day over the past year. And that doesn't count the days that I didn't walk because I had things to do. I like to clear a big part of my day for walking. A good walk is 10,000 steps or more, sometimes 15 or 20,000. And that's 6 to 8 miles. That can take 2 to 3 hours. Now I know what you're thinking. You must be retired. Who has time for that? I assure you I have a full-time job. I'm on my company's dime here right now. But to me, walking's like the ultimate form of multitasking. It's like a multivitamin. It's like the ultimate nutrient-dense activity for me. I can think of 4 categories of benefits of walking, and that includes the physical, the mental, spiritual, and business. Now, the physical benefits of walking are probably the most obvious. I mean, if your body is upright and moving forward, you're engaging the majority of your muscle groups, all of your bones, tendons, joints. It's very low impact on all those things, but at the same time can help tone and keep in working order, help to promote your bone density. So it's good for you in so many ways. You know, if you have a morning meal of 700 calories, 2 hours of walking will burn all of it off and reset your metabolism to baseline for the day. In the summertime, if you scale back your clothing, not too much, you can make enough vitamin D in a couple of hours under the bright sunshine than you can get in any over-the-counter pill. You know, there are plenty of ways to test and measure your health and fitness. You can look at your blood work, your blood sugar, triglycerides. You can measure your VO2 max. How much can you bench press, deadlift, or squat? I've got an easy test for you that doesn't require any tools except a good pair of shoes. Could you walk all day if you wanted to without stopping for rest and without feeling pain? It's an interesting test. I've done it a few times. Now I know there are a lot of people who simply can't do it, or by some disability, no fault of their own. I'm extremely grateful that I'm able to walk as much as I can and as much as I do. It's got to be considered a gift, something that you can't take for granted. I think I keep walking because I know that one day I won't be able to, and I want to procrastinate that day for as long as possible. The mental benefits of walking are a little more subtle. Seems obvious enough that by keeping ourselves in motion and circulating our blood, that we're improving the connection between our neurons and synapses, strengthening those connections, increasing the quality and speed of our thinking. It's hard to imagine stress hormones like excess adrenaline and cortisol accumulating very much in our blood when we're moving it around and replacing it with other things. We all want to learn and grow and improve ourselves. And I know that a lot of people struggle to focus on reading nonfiction books and complicated educational material. But I'll give you a little hack. It's really hard to fall asleep while you're walking. It's a perfect time to listen to audiobooks and YouTube videos and podcasts. You know, we are designed to observe, think, and move at the same time. It's hard to imagine how our ancestors could be successful hunters and gatherers otherwise. The threats we deal with on the path are a little different. Just gotta watch out for traffic and whizzing e-bikes. The spiritual benefits of walking are the ones I'm most grateful for. In the Bible, it says that Noah walked with God. The prophet Micah tells us to walk humbly with our God. And even Jesus says, "Those who follow me will not walk in darkness." I know those are metaphorical uses of the verb to walk, but it's clear that ancient spiritual teachers were very well aware of the power of this movement. Between 2018 and 2023, I served as a lay pastor in my church. Now, this wasn't an assignment that I aspired to or asked for in any way, but instead I accepted it as a calling, feeling responsible to members of my congregation and recognizing leaders that I saw as having authority. This was a challenging 5 years. And part of my responsibility was making decisions that impacted people's lives, extending time-consuming volunteer assignments to people, not based on what I saw as their talents and capabilities, but on influence from the Holy Spirit. Now that's pressure. Now, I didn't always find answers to what I went out seeking on my walks when I was serving in that capacity. But when I did, the influence was unmistakable and the answers were crystal clear. And there are places along my customary walking paths that I associate with memories that border on sacred. It's really no coincidence that I started my habit of taking 2 and 3 hour walks during that time of my life. And that's when I learned that, yes, a person can pray intensely while moving forward with eyes wide open. So is walking good for business? Well, I'm not the only one who thinks so. There's a long list of creators, entrepreneurs, and CEOs who will tell you the benefits of their own walking regimen. I think that when you're walking, ideas that can make you rich in more way than one come fast and furious. And you've got to be ready. You've either got to have a pen and paper or have a note-taking app on your phone. I've really come to depend on that little microphone button on Google Keep. I talk and it writes. Sure, the transcription's not always perfect, but it's enough to help me remember what I was thinking. Business is really just about solving problems. And on a walk, it just creates the space and the environment that you need to ponder problems and craft solutions. I mean, look around. Isn't this better than any office for thinking about your problems? A good long walk is more than a workout or a self-therapy session or a breath of fresh air. It's like a mini hero's journey, a micro odyssey. It has a beginning, middle, an end, and a purpose. You can work with your mind and body together to produce whatever outcome you need from it. If there's any kind of good addiction, this is it. And in terms of what it does for your sleep, well, don't even get me started. As far as I'm concerned, walking is a win-win. Win, win, win. I'm back at the hotel. Time for a dinner party with my coworkers. I feel confident that I've built up enough oxytocin in my blood to be able to get along with these wonderful people. Until next time, my late bloomers, wherever you are, take a walk.